Survival in the modern creator economy requires a constant stream of new content. But to keep an audience from scrolling away, that content has to be increasingly extreme. Creators are caught in a cycle of escalating physical risk just to maintain a baseline of relevance. Diane and Rick's channel attempted to solve this by organizing a massive, potentially lethal stunt. They jumped onto the tracks of a moving subway train, filming as the cars thundered directly over them. Despite the life-threatening effort, the data shows a harsh reality. The physical risk level is off the charts, but viewership remains stagnant at the bottom. This indifference forces a pivot to forbidden history, betting that the mystery of a restricted location will trigger engagement. To pull themselves out of this digital vacuum, the team decides to trade their personal safety for the ultimate viral bait. They are banking on the idea that uncovering an unsolved legend is the only way to save their channel. The target is the Paragon Hotel. In the 1980s, the Paragon had a vibrant history as a luxury destination for the elite, serving as a landmark of glamour and wealth. That reputation soured when a powerful gangster moved in. He effectively commandeered the building, transforming a public hotel into a private fortress designed to hide his illicit wealth. The Paragon's story ended in violence. The owner's wife was found murdered on the premises, the owner himself disappeared, and the hotel was shuttered by the authorities, never to reopen. Stepping inside today is a high-stakes gamble. The building houses the legend of the gangsters buried millions, but it also contains rumors of a territorial entity that has kept those millions out of reach for decades. Accompanied by a reporter named Frank, the team breaches the hotel's outer defenses. They bypass the boarded-up windows by crawling through a network of ruined, lightless underground tunnels. The interior is a landscape of active decay. Swarms of aggressive rats occupy the crawl spaces, while the rotting structure itself begins to fail, sending heavy chandeliers crashing onto the floor. The chaos of the environment soon splits the group apart. In the confusion, Diane isolates herself to start a live stream, only to be dragged away into the darkness by something the camera fails to capture. With Diane missing and the exits effectively blocked, the team's organized plan has completely collapsed. They are now deep inside a structure that offers no clear path back to the surface. The first threat the team encounters is human. They are intercepted by Jade's crew, a heavily armed rival YouTube team that isn't interested in a collaboration. They are here specifically to find and take the gangsters' hidden money. The conflict turns physical almost immediately. In the struggle, Jade's team shoves Rick down a broken elevator shaft, leaving the remaining creators without their leader and completely at the mercy of the gunmen. It is at this point that Frank reveals his true identity. He isn't a reporter. He is a man searching for his wife, Amanda, who disappeared months ago while investigating the same urban legends that drew the YouTubers here. The group is now fractured by conflicting goals. Whether they came for views, for the money, or a lost family member, those same drivers have pushed them deep into a structure that has no intention of letting them leave. While the others deal with the gunmen, Cora manages to climb through the elevator shaft to reach the hotel's security room. From this position, she can monitor the entire building through a wall of abandoned CCTV screens. Among the dust, she finds a series of ancient videotapes. These recordings, left by the original owner, reveal that the hotel's violent history wasn't a series of accidents, but a deliberate plan. To escape his own death, the owner made a pact with a demon. The price at his immortality was his humanity, requiring him to endlessly harvest and consume the hearts of those who entered the hotel. The tapes detail one final horrific requirement. To cement the pact, the owner must find a final bride, dress her in a ritual gown, and consume her heart. Cora watches the monitors as the entity prepares to finalize this ritual with Diane. The Paragon isn't just a haunted building, it is a functioning satanic harvesting system. The haunting is simply the owner following the instructions of a decades-old deal to stay alive. Cora watches the feeds as the demon finally moves. It hunts down Jade's armed thieves, slaughtering them for their hearts, and proving that their weapons were useless against a creature that gave up its mortality decades ago. At the same time, Frank's search comes to a devastating end. He finds the mutilated body of his wife Amanda inside a closet, and his objective instantly shifts from a rescue mission to a desperate pursuit of vengeance. Frank intercepts the demon just as it begins the final ritual with Diane. He tackles the creature off a high balcony, sending them both plummeting into the open air of the atrium. The fall is fatal for both. Frank sacrifices his life to impale the demon on the sharp, dead branches of a tree inside the lobby, ending the Immortality Pact and finally stopping the owner's harvest. Rick survives his fall down the shaft, and the group manages to reunite and escape the hotel. They walk out of the Paragon with their cameras intact and every horrific moment of the night recorded. They upload the footage immediately. The video goes viral on a massive scale, amassing over 100 million views and turning the survivors into the biggest names on the platform overnight. The owner of the Paragon failed to reach his eternal life, but the YouTubers successfully achieved a form of digital immortality. They finally got the attention they were looking for, but only by monetizing the blood and sacrifice of everyone who didn't make it out.